Hey everyone, my name is Riley and this video is a step-by-step tutorial on Notion. You can use Notion for so many different things, and in this video I'm going to break this down step by step and show you everything that you can do inside of Notion. Now the first thing that we need to do is set up a Notion account. If you do not yet have an account with Notion and you would like to set up a completely free account, you can do so using the first link down in the description. So once you click on that link, you will be taken over to this screen right here, where we can go ahead and sign up for a free Notion account. So all you have to do is click on Get Notion Free right here, and then we can sign up with either an email or with Google or Apple. On this screen, we can then choose how we are planning to use Notion. We can choose to use this for your team, for personal use, or for school. So just go ahead and click on this right here, and then we can continue. And just like that, we now have our Notion account, and we are now dropped into Notion. So right here, we have this first page. This is getting started, and this gives us an extremely quick and brief overview into Notion. Over here on the left-hand side, this is the sidebar right here, and we can see features such as search, updates, settings, and members, new page. Then these are all of the default pages that Notion has added in. And then down here we have calendar, create a team space, template, import, and trash. And we will get to all of these later. But for now, we have all of these different default pages that have automatically been added in by Notion. So I want to go ahead and delete these so we have a fresh blank template to do this Notion tutorial on. So all we have to do is go over to this left-hand side, click on these three dots right here, and then click on delete. Once all of these are deleted and we now have a fresh Notion template right here, we can now go ahead and create a page. Now we have two options here. We can either click on add a page right here, and this is going to create a completely blank page that we can go ahead and fully customize. Alternatively, you can come over here on the left-hand side, click into templates, and this is going to open up the Notion templates where we can choose from all of these different templates. Now we have a lot of different options here. First of all, we can choose between whether we want a template fit for work, school, personal, projects, wiki, or docs. And you can see if I change this over to school, all of these suggested and all of these different templates are going to change. So there is a lot here, and this is definitely worth looking through. Just scrolling through all of these different templates right here to see if there's anything that fits your needs. For example, we can click into class notes right here, and this is going to give us a template that is specifically built for taking class notes. We can also do the same for work, where we have these suggested templates, certain templates that are built specifically for marketing, and we can click into all of these and choose between these different templates. However, let's go ahead and back out of this and start with this plain page. So I'm going to set up this page and this entire Notion to help me with my YouTube channel. So we can title this page by clicking into this untitled section at the top, and I will title this GeForce North YouTube. Above the title, we then have these options where we can add an icon. So maybe we want to add an icon in here. This volcano doesn't really fit. So maybe I can go for like video, add this in right here. We have this icon in here, and then we can also add a cover. So if I go to add cover, this is going to add a new background, and we can go up and change this by clicking on change cover. We can then either select from this gallery right here, from all of these different options, or you can upload your own image from your computer. All we have to do is go to upload, select upload file, and then we can go ahead and add a new image in here, and that is going to show up along the top. If you want to remove this cover image, we can go up to change cover and then change it, or we can completely remove it using this button. Next, let's go in, and first of all, let's start with this top option to create an empty page. Now this is super simple, and using this option, we can just go ahead and use this like a document. So we can just start typing things out here, whatever we want. And as I say, this is just like a standard document right now, as we haven't really added any customization. However, really the magic of Notion happens when we click the slash for command. So if I go ahead and enter a slash onto my keyboard, we can see this is going to bring up all of these different commands and show us just really how customizable Notion can be. So we will go through and cover the most important points in here. But for now, let's go ahead and enter in a heading here. So we have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, with heading 1 being the biggest and heading 3 being the smallest. So I will select heading 3 and then I can say something like video ideas, and then maybe I want to start listing some video ideas right here. So to do this, once again, I click into this slash command, and a better way to do this would be we can create a to-do list right here. So then I can start typing out video ideas in this format. So we can go like video 1, video 2, video 3, and then as we go down this list, we can click and check all of these boxes off, and that's going to check them off right there. We also have the option of going into this slash and selecting a bulleted list, a numbered list, and a toggle list. Now, bulleted and numbered lists are pretty straightforward. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but it's as simple as they create these bullet and number lists. A cool feature that I will show you though is actually this drop-down menu list. So if we click into slash and we go into this toggle list right here, what we can do is maybe title this video 1, and then video 2, and then video 3. And then we can click into this drop-down menu and add different subcategories. So in here, maybe we can even start planning the video out now. So let's actually imagine instead of video 1, this is Notion video. And then in these subcategories right here, we can maybe say script Notion video, and then down here, record Notion video, and then edit Notion video. Once we have created all of these different subsections, we can click on these arrows to minimize them right here. And this keeps the whole workspace a lot cleaner because instead of having all of this different text, we can minimize this, make it much cleaner, and use this to do exactly that. Another thing that I completely forgot to mention that is super important is like any other kind of document tool, we can highlight text, and then this is going to bring up the text editor. From here, we can do things like bold and underline the text. We can also change the text color using this button right here, where we can change this to maybe a blue, and that is going to change the text color to blue. Or we can highlight this, go into this text color, and add like a highlight to this. So just like that, we can see this is now highlighted. And then the final thing that I want to show you in this section is we can actually change the text size. So I can change this to a normal text. Then if we highlight this again, let's go in, change this to heading 1. And you can really customize the color, the font, every single thing about this text using this menu right here. So let's go back to heading 3. Another fantastic feature of Notion is the AI writer. So once again, we can click slash to get into the commands area. And then if we scroll down, we can see this Notion AI. So right here, continue writing, summarize, and see more. These are just some outlines and kind of some ideas of what we can use Notion AI to write and do. So for example, we can use this as a translation tool. We can ask this to improve writing, make things shorter, make things longer, change the tone. And I will show you some of these, but right now, let's just go to ask AI to write. Then in here, I can say, create me 15 video ideas. Hit enter, and just like that, Notion is going to pop out 15 video ideas that I can create on my channel. Now, because I didn't really give this any extra prompts, and I gave this a super general task of just create me some video ideas, we can see these video ideas don't really go together. They are kind of all over the place. Like we have a DIY home improvement, and then we have a gaming marathon. So instead, a better prompt for this might be something like, let's go ahead and pick this up again. Ask AI to write, create me 15 video ideas for my Minecraft gaming channel. And then once again, the AI is going to spit this out and give me exactly what I asked for. All of these are to do with Minecraft, and they are all 15 video ideas that I can create. So if we just go down, we can choose to continue writing, make this longer, add to favorites, try again if we don't like these. So if I click try again, and hit enter, this is now going to create me 15 entirely different Minecraft video ideas. And if I like these, I can then click done, and these are going to be added into the document right here. So right now, this is just a basic page. But what if I want to take this a step further and start creating different scripts and planning out each of the video ideas that you currently see? So what we can actually do is, let's move this down, hit the slash again to pull up the commands, and then from here we can actually create different pages. So right now we can click on page, and this is going to create a new page. Now this page is actually a subpage of the page that was already created. And if I go back to the main page, we can see this page is going to show up right here. So what I can now do is grab this top title, Minecraft Survival Guide, Tips and Tricks for Beginners. And let's go into Untitled and title this right here. Then we can go back, and this video idea, instead of just being a video idea that I can read as text, this is now a new page that I can click into, and I can start scripting this video, planning this video out, and so many other things. So now that we have this as a new page, what we can do is go to empty page, hit the slash, and then go to ask AI, and I can say, create me a video script for this specific video, hit enter, and then the AI is going to create the entire video for me. So that is how we can use different pages. So let's just discard this. And that is essentially how we can build different pages into Notion so that we can access different pages in one click. So let's now go ahead and delete this. Let's keep all these video ideas, why not? And then a few other basic things that I want to show you on this screen right here is we can go into commands. We can add things like images right here. So I can add an image, go to upload file. And then I'm just going to upload this thumbnail, for a video that I created the other day. And we can drop this right in. You can also add videos in here. So we can select a video, then paste the URL, and that's going to embed the video into your Notion. What we can also do is change block types. So if I go ahead and highlight this entire list right here, and then we click on these dots on any of these right here, because they are all highlighted, I can then go and I can delete this, I can duplicate, but most importantly, I can turn into. So right now we can see this is a bulleted list, but I can turn this into a to-do list, and then I can go down and check off all of these different options. Let's go back and do this again. So I'll highlight all of these, click into this area right here, turn into, and then we have all of these options. We can turn this into a numbered list or anything else right here. Now, we do have some video ideas right here, and we can also create different pages to go ahead and plan these out, and we know how to do this so far. However, this right here is not giving me really much information, and a much better way to do this would be to plan this out with a database. So let's go ahead and add a new page, and in here we can call this maybe YouTube database. And then if we hit this slash icon to pull up commands, we can scroll all the way down here and pull up these different databases. So we have a table view, a board view, gallery view, all of these different views down here. Don't worry if that sounds quite overwhelming. It's actually pretty simple. So we can go ahead and add in this new database, and this is effectively going to add in a table. So let's go and add a new database, and the table is going to populate right here. So over on this left-hand side, under the name, this is where I can go ahead and enter in the names of the videos that we already have. So let's go over here, and then we can paste all of these video ideas into the database. So I'm just going to stick with 5 in this example, just to keep this nice and simple. And then let's go ahead and delete the rest of these sections right here. We can do this by simply highlighting these sections and then clicking on this trash can icon at the top. Next, we have tags. So in here, we can go ahead and create different tags for these. So I might want to go ahead and create tags for planned. Then we can create this tag. Then we might want to create scripted. Then we can create edited, recorded, and then posted. Now, some of these are in the wrong order. So down here, we can go ahead and rearrange these. So of course, we want recorded to be above edited, and then this is now all in the right order. You might want to also change the color, which we can do by clicking on these 3 dots, and then we can go ahead and change the color. So I want to go to posted and change this to green. And then all of these other ones, it doesn't matter too much. These can stay the same. But just like that, I now have all of these tags. So in here, let's just make sure this is, let's say this one is edited. Then we can go down and say this one is scripted. And then maybe all of these ones are just planned, and this one at the bottom is posted. So we can add all of these tags, and already we are getting a much better overview for all of these different videos to see whereabouts they are in the whole preparation process. We can also click on this plus icon right here and add in new properties. So we can add in text, we can add in number, we can add in date, we can add in different people. So let's add a date right here. We can then select the date and the time format, and then let's go ahead and select this out. So now this is created, we can click into here and set a deadline for each of these videos. So we can just go down and set these right here. We can maybe add files and media where we can upload different files and media and then drop them into this section right here. So you can really play around with this and really customize these tables to do exactly what you need them to do. Next, let's go into templates, and I will really show you just what you can do with Notion, especially when you use these templates. These templates are a much better option to use rather than trying to create things by yourself, especially when you are a beginner. I would recommend starting out with templates, using Notion this way, and then as you get a better idea of how Notion works, then move into creating your own databases and pages. But for now, let's go to templates, and let's say that I want to set this up for my marketing agency. So I will delete these, so we now have a fresh Notion right here. Then let's go to templates. Of course, if this is a marketing agency, this is going to be work. And let's start out with a simple to-do list. So we can click on get template, and that is going to load the template in right here. Now we can go in and change the task name. So let's change this first task name right here to create agency logo, just like that. Over here, we can then add different assignees. So right now, I am the only person who has access to this Notion account. But if you add different team members, you can add different assignees to your tables and assign different tasks to different people. We also have due dates, which we have gone over already. And then once again, we can add these different sections, and you can add whatever you need to this table. We can also add new tasks in right here, where we can go ahead and type out new tasks, but that is a very basic template. So let's now go ahead and open templates again. And this one is kind of like a level up. This is a little bit more advanced, but this is still projects and tasks. So this time we can go into get template. Let's delete the original one right here. And then we can see we have projects and tasks that are going to show up with the template we just dropped in. So with this first one, let's highlight this section and change the title. And once again, we are just going to go ahead and call this create agency logo. Now underneath this task, we can then go ahead and create subtasks so ourselves and our team know exactly what to do. So we have create agency logo, and then we can create subtasks within this. So I might say create first draft, and then in here we can say send to Kelly for review. And then once this is reviewed, we can say add to website. Just like that, we now have a task. And then within this, we have subtasks that show our team exactly how they can complete this task. We can also click on this arrow, and that is going to minimize all of these areas. Once again, just to have a cleaner layout. And then if you want to see the subtasks once again, we can expand this by using this arrow. Once again, we can change assignees. So under send to Kelly for review, I might want to go in here, and then once Kelly is invited to my Notion, I can select her here, and she is going to be assigned to this task. We then have this priority section where we can choose from all of these priorities. We can also go in with summary and either add in a summary ourselves, or we can tell AI to do this. So in here, I might create my own summary and say create a first draft for our agency logo using Canva. Then we also have a summary, so this gives our team even more information on what to do. And then they can update the status right here, if this is in progress, if this is done, if this is archived. And then we can also go in and create new statuses here. So we can click into edit property, and then over on this right hand side, we can now add and change these different statuses. So maybe in progress, I want to add a new status here and say in review. And we can also change around the order of these by clicking and dragging with that specific status. So now this is added, what I can now do is go back to status and set this to in review. So if this is in real time, maybe we have created a first draft, Your team can update this as this goes. It's then in review, and then add to website is not started. We can also go up and change the view here to this board view, and this is going to show us a more in detail view of all of the statuses so that we can see this at a glance. So right now in review, we have sent to Kelly for review. In progress, we have scheduled this kickoff meeting. And then in done, you can see create first draft is right here. So that is my step-by-step tutorial on Notion. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.